girl Henny. Y'all gotta go to her channel.
The girl Henny, do you know who she is?
She a blogger or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, where did this lady come from?
Girl been on your ass.
She on your life, G.
Shout out to Henny over there.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the bar. And if you are new here, welcome. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Get comfy, pouring up with Henny. We kicking it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell, select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And if you are a returning Mob Down Henny Gang member, yeah. Now let's get into this content. So, recently Dame Dash had did an interview over on Art of Dialogue. And while he was doing his interview, he said a few things that got the old cranium to get to cranking. And I started thinking about some things. And so I contacted Henny Legal and we was like, let's deep dive on Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro. Because, I mean, if he works for Roc Nation, then obviously there must be some shady business going on. Man, don't you think? So we decided to start digging, and we're going to begin our deep dive into Bobby Shmurda's case. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to be like, oh, Henny, that case is old. We already know all of those details. But follow me down this rabbit hole, because I guarantee you, once you go down this rabbit hole, it's going to open your mind up into a whole different perspective. And if you are over here watching on IG, why are you on IG? Come to the main bar on YouTube. Go to my story post, click the link, and come join the live and come pour up with us, baby, over at the main bar, or you won't miss it. Peace, y'all. All right, so now that IG has been informed that we are live over here, let's continue to go down our deep dive. So I'm going to take you to the video that started all of this because, you know, Dame has always been a person who does not mince words. And he also does not hide the fact that he's still a little raw about the deal that he got, the way he was dealt with and handled when it came down to the separation of him from Roc Nation, and how he was strong-armed out of his share of the company. He don't mince words when he say what he say. Oh, you know what? You know what? We're going to have to put him like this so that we can see him and y'all can see me and we can be, we can all be in on it together. Now, I do have this already set to the minute marker where I want it, but I'm going to speed it up a bit, okay? And don't worry, it's Dame Dash. It's not like he talk fast as it is, but listen to what he said in this video.
It's hard. Like I don't think I would have said that he didn't know Puff at all or wasn't his friend. I think that was a little extreme. I think that was the wrong choice of words. I think that's going to trigger a lot of backlash. But the thing is, I never seen him get backlash at all. So that's what I'm saying. Now he's getting backlash. Like, when did you know Jay-Z to be on his heels other than when he got beat up in the elevator? But that was nothing. But I've never seen him under the fire.
Now, if you ask me, that was petty. Because he did not have to bring up the elevator incident where he got beat up by Solange. But I'm here for it. I am here for it. Speak your truth.
Fire ever. Not in a long time. Not like, I never seen people on his head like that, Paul. Ever.
Yeah, this might be my first time seeing people come at him like this.
Like I said, I didn't hear him say anything.
Listen.
Like, I'm not some white man speaking for another black man. Doesn't add up. It just doesn't work like that. Like, he doesn't know what to say on Jay's behalf. Jay would have to say that. So if he instructed him to say that, like, you don't even know if Jay told him to say that. He could have got off the stage and they was like, why'd you say that? He was like, I had to. You know, like, he probably said it because homeboy wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Like, I didn't hear him say anything.
So what Dame Dash is saying is Alex Spiro could have very well either been instructed to do it by Jay-Z to say that he didn't know Diddy, or Alex Spiro could have took the stance of, I had to say it because you wouldn't say it, or Alex Spiro went rogue and did it on his own. Now, I do understand that in a court of law, when it comes down to people being represented by lawyers, what your lawyer says, basically, when your lawyer speaks, your lawyer is speaking for you. You speak through your lawyer. So what Dame is actually saying could be a possibility is that Jay didn't even instruct him to say that, and he just went rogue and did it on his own. So it got me to questioning, is that in this lawyer's character? Now, I have been paying attention to some things here or there, but you have to admit that I have been very distracted by our normal sector. Shout out to our sector, okay? But I've been keeping up with some things. And then it was also this statement that Jaguar Wright made about Alex Spiro in a recent interview that had me, I wanted to change the title to this. But listen to what she said about Alex Spiro. Let me see if it'll go back to like the exact beginning.
He's the male version of Olivia Pope.
Okay, here you go.
He's a fixer for billionaires. He's the male version of Olivia Pope.
His name sounds familiar.
Watch the show Scandal. The only time Olivia Pope went on camera in front of the public was when the administration was in serious trouble.
Now, think about what Jaguar just said. She said, and shout out to Real Hood Stars. Is it, y'all know who I'm talking about. Listen to what she just said. She said he's a fixer for billionaires. And if you think about how Olivia Pope moved, she was a fixer, a cleaner. So it's like, this is what Alex Spiro is to Rock Nation. So it got my juices to flowing. It got the Henny legal team's juices a flowing. And so we decided that we was going to go with this Bobby Shmurda case. Okay, now let me move my phone over here. So if you see me look to the left, that means I'm checking something on the phone. So now, to bring y'all up to speed on what it is that we are going to be talking about, you know, Bobby Shmurda was indicted, okay? He was indicted back in 2014. All right, so let me go ahead and let me pull that up for y'all because we have the indictment. Now, I didn't read this indictment. But this is Bobby Shmurda's indictment. So now I can get to the screen that I like. And let me go ahead. Let me go on ahead and pull it up. Pull it up. Hey. And I'm not even going to bother with a watermark tonight. It is what it is. We're going to read these court docs, though, okay? We're not going to read every single intricate detail. Let me just make sure I'm pointing in the right direction because I think I'm supposed to be pointing this way. Leave me alone. I'm still trying to figure it out, okay? Yep, it's this way. Okay. So this court doc right here is the indictment of Bobby Shmurda. So it says in here that there was 69, it was a 69 count indictment containing charges of conspiracy and substantive charges of unaliving, attempted unaliving, assault, attempted assault, weapons possession, criminal use of a pow-pow, reckless endangerment, narcotic sales, and criminal use of drug paraphernalia. Okay? So it also says that the police seized 21 pow-pows during the course of the long-term investigation, and that several of the charged defendants performed as a rap group named GS9. So I know a lot of y'all don't know this, so this is why I'm going to run through some of this, but we're going to see how Alex Spiro handled a lot of this, and we're going to hear Rowdy Rebel and Bobby Shmurda explain this to you as well. So I promise y'all, stay with me. Let the magic happen, okay? So it says, the morning before this happened, you know, the NYPD investigators, they ran down on people at Quad Studios. Now, if you don't remember Quad Studios, it's very infamous in New York. That is the studio where Tupac got pow-powed, and he said that Diddy and Biggie set him up and given light to everything that we have learned. I am inclined to believe that it is possible that Diddy may have had something to do with that.
Allegedly.
I don't know, but I am heavy on the
Allegedly.
because you're not going to come snatch my channel. No snatching. Anyway, so it says, okay, so Bobby Shmurda and Rowdy Rebel performed individually, okay? And during the operation at the recording studio, the police recovered 3 pow-pows inside of a bag in a staircase, all right? And the bag also contained a clothing brand with the logo GS9 on it. So they had their clothing brand in there, okay? So Rowdy Rebel and somebody named Santino were arrested in the vicinity of the same stairwell where they found the pow-pows, okay? Now, Bobby Shmurda and somebody named Monty were stopped in a vehicle soon after leaving the recording studio. And when the police stopped the vehicle, they had 2 pow-pows in there and a small quantity of crack cocaine in the car. One of the pow-pows was wedged between Bobby and this guy, Monty, who were in the backseat of the car, and the second pow-pow was inside of a duffel bag, and it was across Bobby's lap and the female passenger next to him. Now, what I found interesting was that the female passenger and 2 additional people who were in the car were not charged in the indictment, but they were facing criminal complaints. Criminal complaints, not charges. Remember that, all right? So it says that the investigation revealed that GS9 is a criminal street gang, a criminal street organization operating in and around the area of 59th Street from Kings Highway to East New York Avenue and East Flatbush. So this is in Brooklyn, guys. All right. And it says much of the violence in the case stemmed from an ongoing dispute between GS9 and their rivals, which was Folk Nation, and another gang organization by the name of Brooklyn's Most Wanted, which was BMW. Okay. And members of GS9, they sold illegal substances in order to make money and have frequent discussions about drug trafficking. Okay. So it goes on to say members of BMW, which has, you know, I'm not really going to get into all of this because I know Henny Glasses in the chat, if y'all have already heard majority of this case, because there's really no need for me to give you all of this case when so much of the information is already out there. If y'all want me to do a Bobby Shmurda court doc read, I can read the court documents later on to you guys, but I am going to read a little bit more of the charges that were in here. Nope, just know they went to jail. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll read the case to its fullest. But one of the charges that they have against them is the pow-powing of an innocent bystander, shots fired before the Barclays Center. So let's do the innocent bystander. So it says that on July 12, 2014, a 22-year-old woman bystander was pow-powed in the side of the neck on 128 East 52nd Street in Brooklyn. And the investigation revealed that members of BMW were the intended target, that they had been standing nearby her. So basically they're saying that GS9 was the ones that actually caught her in the neck. Salute to Smoked Out TV Reactions. Y'all make sure y'all are following him. And the indictment charged people in that. And then it was the shots fired at the Barclays on July 27, 2014. And the indictment charged that Chad Marshall and Santino were traveling in a vehicle in the vicinity of Hoyt and Bond Street. And I'm in a section of Brooklyn, and they spotted members of Folk Nation in another car. Marshall called out to the Folk members as the other gentleman jumped out the vehicle and fired shots. So they have a very violent history with each other. And it doesn't just span in New York. It also says that there was shots fired outside nightclubs in Miami and in New York. So this means that no matter where they were, it was on site for them. It don't matter. They could have seen you all the way in Zimbabwe. And if they seen you, they was going pow, pow, run down on you, okay? Then it was shots fired outside of a barbershop in Brooklyn. And then they have the narcotics charges against them as well. So as you can see, Bobby Shmurda had conspiracy, second-degree conspiracy, 1 count, 3 counts of fourth-degree conspiracy, reckless endangerment, yada, yada, yada. Rowdy Rebel had this almost the same, identical in the beginning. He has 1 count of second-degree conspiracy, 2 counts of fourth-degree conspiracy, but he also has attempted unaliving, attempted assault, reckless endangerment. First count, he has 1 count of that for the first degree, and then he has a second-degree 1 count, and then criminal possession of a weapon, second-degree 4 counts of that as well. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Ari. On site. Like they was not playing. When we see you, that's it. Ain't no more to it, okay? Wasn't no talking, wasn't no nothing. I'm gonna call you out, and then we gonna get to clapping. And clapping not as in it's too early for that. Anyway, so that was the indictment, okay? And Bobby Shmurda hired Alex Spiro as his lawyer in 2016 after being locked up in Click City for 2 years, okay? And it's known that Bobby took an extra 2 years for his friend to not get a longer sentence, okay? And that friend being Rowdy Rebel. Okay, and he wasn't too happy. Bobby made it known to the courts that he was not too happy with Alex Spiro and his tactics. So he let the judge know, and this is just like in the Jane Doe case where the judge called out Alex Spiro for the tactics that he was using. These are some of the same tactics
allegedly
he was using in the Bobby Shmurda case. Now I'm going to play for y'all a video, okay? Because we got videos, okay? Remember, we do court docs with videos now. We bougie. Hold on 1 second. We bougie over here.
Rapper Bobby Shmurda pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges Friday and will be heading behind bars for 7 years. Shmurda, whose real name is Akil Pollard, took the deal just days before he was set to stand trial for conspiracy in Manhattan Supreme Court. Prosecutors had maintained the Shmoney dance phenom was the driving force behind a street crew called GS9 that was responsible for dealing drugs in several shootings in Brooklyn. 2 of his GS9 co-defendants, Chad Marshall and Nicholas McCoy, took the same deal. A 4th defendant, Santino Broderick, who had more charges against him, was offered a 15-year deal. He was given the weekend to mull the deal over after he was overheard telling his lawyer, 15, dang, my life is over. After the fixed 7-year term, Shmurda, 22, will be on probation for 5 years, according to the terms of the plea agreement.
So there you have it. That came from the Daily News itself. That is just backing up what I just told you, okay? So now we move on. Alex Spiro persuaded Bobby Shmurda and the other defendants to take a plea deal, okay? He was the reason why they took these plea deals, and we're going to turn to Double XL to explain a little bit more of this to us, okay? So check it out. Oh, they got Glorilla up here. No, Glorilla don't have nothing to do with this, honey. We not about to incriminate Glow Up in none of this stuff, okay? So it says in a new statement, and you got to remember that this is old, okay? This is, again, the Double XL article that speaks on this. In a new statement, Bobby Shmurda's lawyer, Alex Spiro, says the Brooklyn rapper could be out in 3.5 years. His sentence of 7 years with a credit for 2 years already served and good time credit will hopefully permit him to be home in approximately 3.5 years and resume his remarkable career. This plea also covers a separate Bronx indictment. Okay, so it says September 9th of that year, Bobby Shmurda pled guilty to unaliving conspiracy charges, according to TMZ and Double XL, because we getting the henny from them right now. And according to the deal, Bobby will receive 7 years of prison and 5 years of probation. Okay, he was facing charges that included conspiracy. We already read that part. We already know what his charges were: conspiracy to commit unaliving, as well as several weapons and drugs charges in connection with gangs, right? TMZ was in the court and overheard Shmurda's lawyer employing his client and other defendants to take the deal, arguing that they wouldn't be facing a sympathetic jury. So now you have a TMZ reporter that is in the courtroom and is hearing his lawyer say, take the deal. you're not going to have a sympathetic jury. So you might as well just go ahead and take the deal. Okay. Now, I can't speak as to whether or not that was good counsel. I'm not a lawyer. Okay. And sometimes in cases, your best, let me just say this. He's a paid lawyer. And usually when you don't have a paid lawyer, you fight the case. Okay. I don't know what was the best line of defense, but clearly Bobby had a problem with this, okay? So Bobby's co-defendants, Rowdy Rebel, okay, and Nicholas McCoy also accepted the plea deal. In addition, defendant Santino Broderick faces an extra charge of attempted assault, making his plea offer a minimum of 15 years. The deal was contingent on all 4 defendants accepting. And this is how they jam you up. When you have co-defendants on your case, we'll give you a deal of this as long as all of y'all agree to take a plea deal, okay? So Bobby Shmurda, Marshall, and McCoy were sentenced on October 19th of that year. All right, so it says in an exclusive interview XXL conducted with Bobby Shmurda from behind bars in May of this year, the Brooklyn rapper railed against the police for pinning charges to him without any concrete evidence. He says, there's just a bunch of dirty things. That's why I feel like they are dragging it out so long. Okay, I looked at my case from back to front and they have yet to come up with any evidence to stick on me. They're just trying to paint a picture of me because of the people I'm associated with. Like they're trying to have me on some guilty by association, but there's no conspiracy of unaliving. All these pow-pow charges, there were no pow-pows found on me. None of my DNA is on these pow-pows. They're violating my constitutional and civil rights. That's what Bobby Shmurda was saying. Earlier this year, 2 members of GS9, the collective Bobby is a member of, were convicted of unaliving, attempted unaliving, and conspiracy. Okay? So, in late April, Bobby's legal team filed a suit against NYPD for false arrest, claiming cops initially arrested the Brooklyn rapper when they busted into an apartment he was in without obtaining a search warrant. Okay, so that, to my understanding, happened prior to this case. But again, Bobby was told to take this deal by Alex Spiro, right? So Bobby felt like he was lied to, and he wanted to withdraw the plea and fire Alex Spiro. Okay, now take a look at this video here, because this video is going to explain all of that to you. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Hold on, baby. Hold on. All right.
He's in kind of highlighting snitches at this point, and they getting more publicity than the real.
Hold on, this might be the wrong one. Hold on to your love. Here we go. This is what I wanted. So according to the rap, okay, Bobby Shmurda lost his bid to withdraw his plea deal and get 7 years, okay? So it says, sorry, Bobby Shmurda, you won't be allowed to change your plea in your criminal case. The Smoney Dance rapper was denied a request to withdraw a plea deal he made, with the judge sentencing him to 7 years. He'd agreed to the 7 years he'd agreed to, the New York Post reported. Bobby Shmurda attempted to take back his plea on Tuesday, contending that his lawyer pushed it on him. I was forced by my attorney to take the plea, Shmurda told Manhattan Judge Abraham Klott. Shmurda also had words for his attorney, Alex Spiro, telling him, I want to drop my plea. I want to drop my plea and fire you. Now, it's not uncommon for people to want to fire their lawyers. However, it is to my understanding that when someone tells the courts that they don't want that lawyer representing them anymore, the courts then have to do something about that. So he is standing in court saying, I want to drop this plea and I want to fire him. I don't want him as my lawyer no more, okay? The rapper agreed to the plea deal in September, receiving a 7-year sentence in a gang conspiracy case against him. According to New York's Daily News. He accepted the deal just days before he was scheduled to stand trial. The rapper was arrested in December of 2014 and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. So we know that already, right? So here we have the evidence of him telling Alex Spiro, I don't want you here no more, okay? Now let me bring this. Let me bring you this. Because here is the video. Okay. So I'm going to read this to you. It says, Bobby Shmurda had a change of heart after attempting to drop his guilty plea during his sentencing today, Wednesday, October 19th. He was officially sentenced to 7 years in prison after pleading guilty last month to charges of fourth-degree conspiracy to criminally possess a weapon and second-degree criminal weapons possessions, according to Billboard. But Billboard reports Bobby was upset in court, saying, they lied to me. I was forced to take this sentence. I did not want to take this sentence, Bobby told the courts. Okay. Hold on, because there's another slide coming. All right. It says, I want to drop my plea, Bobby said, as he stood beside his attorney, Alex Spiro, according to New York Daily News. Bobby then reportedly addressed his lawyer directly. I want to drop my plea and fire you. Bobby's request fell on deaf ears as Clot sentenced him to 7 years. So the judge wasn't even trying to hear him. And that's how he got his 7-year deal. He was sentenced. Okay, so it says Bobby's plea deal also included 5 years probation after his release from prison. He could have faced 25 years to life in prison if he was convicted on charges of conspiracy, reckless endangerment, criminal possession of a weapon, and criminally using rogue paraphernalia. Bobby waived his rights to appeal as part of the plea deal. And that's usually what happens when people take a plea deal. They also throw in there that you cannot appeal your case. Bobby told Complex during an interview he took the plea deal to save Rowdy Rebel. Bobby said he could have taken a 5-year deal but declined. I did it for Rowdy. They offered me 5 and offered Rowdy 12. Bobby told Complex. They said the only way they'll give him 7 is if I took 7 too. So, I had to take one for the dogs. Bobby had been in jail that time since his arrest at the studio in December 2014. So, the way he is they combine 12. And the only way that he's going to be able to get 7 is if you take this plea and take 7. So you see, sometimes taking one for the team ain't such a good idea. Okay. And that's what he did. He took one for the team. Now we also have the Rowdy Rebel. That's what I was about to play for y'all. And then I stopped. We have Rowdy Rebel's interview that he did, and he gives his perspective on everything as well.
Y'all, when your situation happened, right? And I'm not too familiar. Again, this is just random as hell, no preparation or nothing. But I think Bobby got a certain amount of time, and he said, I think he was presented the opportunity to get less time, but he decided to split it with you. If you can explain exactly what happened.
Basically, they was offering us all a different set of time. They was offering him 5 years, offering me, 12 years, offering Monte 12, offering my other co-defendant, Quino, 18. And they was like, yo, if y'all take these cop-outs right now, if y'all agree to cop out right now, y'all can sign the paperwork, the cop-out, and start your time. And Quino was like, yo, I'm not taking 18. And I respected that. I can't see myself sign no paperwork saying, yeah, I'm taking 18 years of my life. No. So when he said no, I'm like, oh, it's over. We're going to have to go to trial. But the DA and them was so crooked. They was like, all right, well, is McCoy, Marshall, and Pollard, which is me, Monte, and Bobby, are they willing to take this time still without Quino taking his time? And we was like, the lawyer was like, yo, let me get back to you. So we talking, and they see, and they probably like, yo, they're not gonna take this. So they came back with another agreement, like, yo, listen, forget the 5 years for Bobby. We're willing to give, and forget the 12 years for me, and forget the 12 for Monte. We're willing to give me and Monte 7 years now, so the 12. And instead of Bobby getting 5, we're willing to give him 7 for them. So it's basically like, we'll give them 7 years if
Bobby takes
you
7.
take 7 years instead of 5 now. You feel me?
Crazy.
So when it came back, so it wasn't like, oh, you take this for that. But basically, it was like that. Because when they came back and said, yo, no more 5 years on the table for him, it was 7 now, and 7 for all of us. It was basically saying, you have to take 7 years for them to get 7.
Let me ask you this. But he could have took 5 though if he wanted.
Hell yeah.
Yo, when you hear that, right?
Hell yeah.
And you know we know the stories of snitching. I mean, the biggest drug dealers in the world, we heard snitch, right? When you hear your man's like, bro, nah, I'll take my 7 so my can get 7. At that moment, like, what's going through your mind? Like, how you feeling then?
I remember it down from how it all started. When they said that, the lawyers went and talked in like a huddle. So we don't know what's going on yet. So when they came back and the lawyer like, yo, this was going on. We just looked at bro, like, all right, what you gonna do? Like, for me? Then he just sitting there with like the mad face, contemplating what he gonna do, and then he's just like, I'm gonna take it. For me.
And when he say that, like, is that gotta feel like from 12?
When he said that, hold up, damn, I'm a little smack right now. I can't remember.
That's why I told you too.
I felt when he said that. Of course, I felt great. I felt good. I don't remember how exactly I felt.
Take your time. It's cool. Take your time.
What?
That's what I'm
it felt
saying.
good.
Like,
I wanna remember what happened though. I know they took the time. Hold on. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Monte had 18.
No, Queno had
12.
18. I had 12. Monte had 12. No, I'm lying. Monte had 12. I had 10. No, I don't know what it was. I just know it was some weird.
It wasn't 7.
All of them was double digits. And why was this shit? Oh, I remember. He said, I'm gonna take it. He had to go back to the DA, tell him like he's gonna take it, and they had to present it to the judge. So they presented to the judge, and once they said everything and they stopped, like, yeah, he's gonna take the time, all the family background, it wasn't chaos, but it was just pure like loud noise, like, yeah, ratings, yo, boom, boom, yeah. Like it was just like bro did this, he stepped up, and yeah, he did right. And,
yo,
I'm sorry. Now, that noise y'all hear, it's raining. Y'all know we're on the back patio chilling. But I cannot agree or think that Bobby's mom would be celebrating at the fact that he was given 2 additional years. What kind of lawyer tells you to take more time in a plea deal? Henny Glasses in the chat if that sounds sus as hell to you. Because that sounds sus as hell to me. You mean to tell me I have 5 years on the table for me, but now you want to group me together with everybody? You gave me the 5 years. Look at how this is looking. Bobby had his time separate from everybody else. Everybody else had 12 years. Why you couldn't group all the dudes who had 12 years together and tell them, if y'all accept this plea, y'all all will get 7 years? Why does he have to take more years for everybody to get 7 years? Okay, see, y'all agree. This to me is not very good legal work. That's just my opinion. Again, I'm not in law. I'm just a spectator and reading court documents and using common sense. And sometimes common sense lines up with the law. Because logic and reason would say, why would you even allow your client to take extra time when he was given the 5 years separate from the same people you trying to tell him to take extra time with? The same, those co-defendants had a separate deal for them. So while Rowdy's family may have been, and the other people's families may have been all happy and yeah, because it went down for them, they got less time. They got less time. They had, let me put it to you like this. The 5 years that Bobby was going to do is the 5 years that was shaved off of their sentences. That don't sound a little suspicious to you? So you take his 5 years from him and you add it on to the tail end of his co-defendants' sentences. But while they get the 5 years that he was supposed to get less time, they give him the 2 years off of the 10 years added on to give him 7. Did I get that right? Either way, to me, that should have been a Alex shouldn't have gone for that. So it's a side eye for me. Let's continue to hear what he has to say. I think he's almost done.
Maybe I'm not understanding this because it's like all the wrong is get that jersey hung up, for lack of better words, right? In the Hall of Fame. But like, if this ain't one of the realest stories ever, and like me personally, I just like, bro, that's
what's crazy though. That's crazy though. It was crazy because the way how they was playing it.
Yo, Bobby should be.
They was playing the way they was playing it. Like I put it like this: we'll go to court, and then they'll pull certain out and try to get them to town. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it was just crazy,
Would have
bro.
done
And then every time we go to court, it was just like a link up. Like we all indicted, we all got caught on the same day. So when we all go to court, it's just like we all in the back pens, we smoking, we chopping it up. You feel me? Like everybody hold their head, be strong. You feel me? What they talking about, we got this. You feel me? It was certain days we'd get to the court and it's just a party, bro. We'd get there and bro, be like,
this right here. They wanted Bobby. Now, I don't want to hear about how all of that was a party because that was crazy. So now, Bobby himself is going to explain to y'all this process. So now we've heard Rowdy Rebel's side of it. Let's listen to what Bobby had to say because he's the one who was most affected. I'm going to add the links to everybody's video that I played tonight. And of course, I'm going to speed it up a bit. But let's hear what Bobby says.
What was the decision that you made?
As soon as they said that, because it was so crazy. They tried to play that against me because they wanted me to cop out. Son, I didn't want to cop out too.
What was it?
Use Rowdy against me as a leverage. Like, all right, we gonna get Rowdy 12, but we want you so bad, Bobby. We say we gonna give Rowdy this, but we gonna give him 12. We gonna give him the max on this.
Right.
If you don't cop out with him, you heard? And I'm like, you gonna do that to my son? I look at Goldie. I'm like, what you want? You like, I ain't take no 12. We are here today. You know what I'm saying? And that was it.
That's
you know what I mean? We gonna right upstairs. We gonna come over. We gonna still get money.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna stop nothing.
That's right.
Talking about,
but you could have actually came home early. You could have took
I could
early.
have came home way earlier. Like, what's up with 2018, 2017?
Wow.
Oh, my boy, but Miss Fit one stuff.
What was the decision that you made?
So that was it. They used Rowdy as a weapon against him, okay? But Alex's tactics and all of that doesn't stop there because I find it to be a very shady coincidence that Alex Spiro, who is known to represent Rock Nation, became Bobby Shmurda's lawyer, okay? So now the question becomes, could this be a shady coincidence? Could it be? Because in October 19th of 2016, Bobby was sentenced to 7 years with 7 years with 2 years credit time served, right? Right. On February 23rd of 2021, Bobby was released from prison. On August 17th of 2021, Bobby Shmurda signed to Rock Nation. Ooh, you scared me. August 17th, 2021. He signs to Rock Nation. So it makes one think, was he then obligated to Rock Nation because this lawyer stood in for him? So now, to back this up, Bobby did a recent interview with the Danza Project, right? And he had a few words about Jay-Z and Rock Nation. So let's shimmy on over there to the Danza Project and let's hear what Bobby had to say about that. So let's close this one out. We don't need that no more. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this one anymore. We don't need this one anymore. This is where we are. And we can close that out because I don't need all of these windows open. Is this it? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go into his, I'm sorry. So we are going to get into the Danza Project. However, he was on Urban Island, right? And when he was on Urban Island, he talked a little bit about the Diddy parties. Okay. So let's take a little listen to what Bobby had to say about these Diddy parties. This right here. Urban Islands. Bobby Shmurda alleges Jay-Z Rock Nation fueling Diddy and Meek Mill's relationship allegations. For the past several months, there have been rumors circulating tying Meek Mill and Diddy amid widespread allegations around the hip-hop mogul's sexuality, particularly regarding alleged relationship with other men. The chatter only grew louder when Lil Rod Jones filed a lawsuit that mentioned the description of a rapper that matches Meek Mill without mentioning him by name. In his legal document filed in court, Lil Rod alleged that a Philly rapper who dated Nicki Minaj had an intimate relationship with Diddy. Meek Mill is a rapper from Philly who dated Nicki Minaj for a brief period between 2015 and 2018. Bobby Shmurda is now alleging that the people or entity behind the rumors that are causing some embarrassment for Meek are Jay-Z and Rock Nation, y'all. I'm going to tell you what's going on with Meek, Shmurda said. I left the team that Meek was on. Meek left that team. If you leave the team, they come for you. It's like a relationship with these labels. It's like leaving a girl with a lot of power. She going to try to make your life a living hell. She is like, we own the internet. We're going to spread all rumors about you. I'm going to pay for 3,000 comments making jokes. Now we going to listen to him say this himself, okay?
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Danza.
A hip hop party, like raves. You got things raves. You know, motherfucker, lock my black ass up.
Right here.
So you got like the EDM parties, the carnival parties. Where do you think like a Diddy party fits in that?
After party.
After all that.
Nah. We don't do Diddy party. We do. Let me tell you about Diddy. Diddy party, right? Cause I fuck with Diddy. I'm saying I'm not mad at the baby oils. I'm not mad at all the freak shit. You know what I'm saying? But the aggressive, I can't call for that way. The aggressive behavior. So when a girl want to leave, we leave. My motto is leave them before you beat them.
Let it go.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm quick to leave. I can leave so quick. Once the bitch start getting aggressive, I'm out. You know, once the bitch start, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'll be going like a mother. You lock my black ass up, play it. Nigga, the hell for the night. Yeah, I'll play that shit. Play. Once the bitch start tripping, hold on, my nigga. Get this motherfucker.
That shit feel wrenching.
This nigga tripping. Yeah. This nigga fight.
Yeah, look, I mean, it took us 4 stores to get this much baby oil. Listen, it's sold out in all stores right now. Johnson & Johnson stock is
I don't mind because I got like one of my drawers look like this on my thing. I got motherfucking masses, handcuffs, all types of shit. So I don't really mind about the freak shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm down for the freak shit. You know what I'm saying? I be wild on bitches. You know what I'm saying?
It's just crazy how they put the phrase freak off in the whole indictment like that.
Freak off?
Hold on. Did y'all peep all of the baby oil? They had all the baby oil on the table.
Yeah, it's in the fucking
My son,
paperwork.
my man Thwag call it a freako. Instead of Rico, freako. He said, yo, my son Diddy caught the freako. You know, shit, Diddy caught the freako.
AR's a baby oil.
AR's a baby oil is crazy. See, I don't know where the guns coming out. Drugs and listen, I don't know about drugs. I'm not talking on no guns. I hope Diddy had no guns. But the drugs and the baby oil, there's no problem with that.
Yeah, but $1,000.
Yeah, give me some my motherfucking lady go say, what you doing all this lotion? I said, you see what I do with your daughter? I'm
Hello.
My bad. I muted myself. That was him joking around. But now let this buffer for a second because it's all the way towards the end of the video. And this is where he starts talking about Meek Mill and all the hating that has been going on with him. Okay. And who's behind it. Don't start acting up. We've been good. It's because it's raining, guys. Don't pay me no mind with my faces and stuff because I hate when this happens because it's like we be in the middle of some good stuff and then all of a sudden, boom, it want to start acting up. But you know what? Maybe it's acting up because of who and what I'm talking about as well. Because let's not act like that don't be happening too. Because if y'all notice, every time I talk about certain people and certain things, my views be hella low. I'm still muted. Y'all still can't hear me? She pulled out the pressure cooker. Don't laugh at me.
Yo, you another question that just popped in my head is nobody's been catching more heat on the internet than Meek Mill. Meek Mill spoke on it. He's like, I hate these people on the internet. They just keep speaking on them.
So it's like, you know, I came off the team. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Meek. I left for a team that Meek was on. Meek left that team, and that team, they come for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta understand everything in a relationship. It's like a relationship with these labels, right? And leaving like a girl with a lot of power. And like you could have gave that power. You giving that girl some good dick, right? But she has a lot of money and a lot of power. She's gonna try to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
And anything that she's gonna do. And if we own the internet, that we're gonna spread all the rumors about you. I'm gonna put 1,000, 3,000 comments making jokes. I'm gonna pay for 3,000 comments whenever you post.
All about
it. And then my shit is like, it's not even. I tell Meek, it's not even Meek. It's not even that they doing it, bro. They gonna do it. They try to call me gay. I most bitches ever out there. Like, come on, for real. Be serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even that. I'm not even mad at them doing it. It's be the that believe it. That's what you got to be. It's like they gonna. I don't want to say that word they're gonna do female shit like that. Niggas gonna do female shit and spread rumors regardless.
They're naive.
But the motherfucker not the naive people, that's the ones believing it. I'm talking about the ones that believe in it are the suckers because they just want it to be true because they hate us. You feel me? They hate it. Like, there's no way he can't be fucking all those bitches. He gotta be doing something. There's no way me could be that rich. There's no way Bobby doing it. There's no way they doing that, but we are doing it. Your bitch got all of that.
Now
balls going down her throat.
Now
that
what?
bitch eat ass. Get some toast out of here. You
bottles
talking
of
about
baby
pussy,
oil,
nigga?
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry. We gonna be they be mad because we be looking clean out here, still getting money. There ain't on no labels, still getting money, still looking good. They try to say we living like, no, we getting money, bitch. But you ain't want to tell people that. They always want to they want to blog the bad things. They want to blog no good shit. They want to blog. I seen this shit with the girls when I kicked the bitches out. They had it on all their blogs. I said, we just bought a $20 million building in Times Square. Why you want to blog that shit, bitch? Why none of hip hop want to blog that?
Make that go viral.
Make that go viral. We got a clinic in Houston. Make that go viral. I got a venture capital. Make a venture capital company. Make that go viral. Make these just go viral.
Loud
We got
luxury. EDM, baby.
Yeah, loud luxury. Make that go viral.
Now, as a blogger, I will say this. When I do post positive things, it does not get traction. So I can't say that what he's saying about the bad stuff going viral versus the good stuff, because it's true. The bad stuff goes hella viral, okay? Because we've become a toxic society. Anyway, I do believe what he is saying, though, about them paying for bots. Because old 3 Finger Duty Shooter has somebody that pays. They got bots. Maybe I should do a video on that next. But when it comes down to Alex Spiro and the whole company as a whole, did you hear what he said, though? He said, when we left, that's when this stuff started being said. So be it true or be it false, the fact of the matter is they left. And he is accusing the Jigga Man and the nation, not the Nation of Islam, that nation, of putting those rumors out, paying for the bots to come into the comment sections. Y'all see it all the time. Y'all see it all the time. Even in here, we be cooking and baking and roasting on a good little conversation. Thank you, La Nation. Oh, I'm gonna start using that. Thank you, because I didn't want to say their name. I might even change their name on the thumbnail and everything to see how this video does after that, because I'm seeing the low numbers. I'm seeing them. And y'all seeing it too. And it's not a coincidence, because y'all watch when I'm cooking and baking on something. If I would have put somebody else on this thumbnail right along with Bobby and Alex Spiro, I bet you the numbers would not be this low. But I want y'all to pay attention to that, because a lot of times I'm considered to be a small channel, even though a lot of people know who I am. I'm considered to be a small channel. So of course they're going to screw with me when I'm out here putting the facts out. And I'm shedding light on something that other people are not shedding light on. And the fact of the matter is, if Alex Spiro forced Bobby into taking that deal where he ended up getting 2 additional years added on to his 5-year sentence, and if he's gone out and said things, is it possible that Dame Dash was actually telling the truth and that this lawyer will do what he feels is best for the case and not necessarily best for the client? But I will say this. I do believe that the Jigga Man told him, gave the clearance for that to be said, because he wasn't expecting for people to do their research and their homework to actually see that he was friends with Diddy. He was close with Diddy. I know all of y'all seen that video where Diddy came out on the stage and was like, when I'm going through business, wop, this is who I call, that's my brother. Now all of a sudden y'all not cool. Make it make sense. So if he's moving shady like this, the question then becomes why? Then it also becomes a question of, are these artists being represented and then locked into Live Nation deals? Is that a possibility? Because I find it odd that he represented Bobby in a case for Bobby to come home and end up locked into a deal with the very company that this is the lead counselor for? You don't find that suspicious? I find that hella suspicious. But don't worry, because we have more cases that we're going to dig into. This was just part 1. We're going to get into part 2 as well. And I'm not going to tell you who part 2 is. But we're going to get into part 2 as well. And we're going to break all of this down, and we're going to slow walk it and take our time with it. What y'all saying? Hey, Sherm. Hey, Star. Y'all don't think Jay isn't being set up from within? I don't know if he's being set up from within, but what I could tell you is I do believe that he had to denounce his friendship with Diddy in order for him to keep the things in place that he has in place. You don't become that powerful without grit on you as well. And you don't become that powerful unless you come from old money. So when you become new money, in an old money game, that old money trumps you every time. Big bank take little bank every single day. Every single day. Hey, B Money. Quit playing. Everyone knows they tight. That's a fact. That's a fact. See, what you got to understand is it's not about what we think it's about. Now, I did a video on Diageo and Diddy a long time ago. Y'all go watch that video because I talked about old money. And a lot of these people that are in places of high power come from old money. They are the gatekeepers. They are the ones that meet and say who's going to go where and how far. And when you get to a certain level and you start feeling yourself, they will remind you, you are new money. Because when I say new money, I mean new people with money. When I say old money, I mean old world money, like 1910, 1820, old money, foundational money. Like the bank people, like the car people, like the railroad people. There's a video that I watched in one of my college classes. I think it's called The Men Who Shaped America or something like that. I'm going to find the name of it and then I'll post it in my community wall here because I have to start using the community wall tab. In your free time, listen to how these people, the light people, all of them, took over this country. That's old money. New money would be somebody like a Jay-Z who came from nothing and now has damn near everything. You're first generation wealthy. These gatekeepers are multiple generations wealthy. Multiple generations wealthy. So when you start looking at all of this, start looking at it's about money. America is about money. America is about greed. America is about enslavement, deception. Those of y'all who don't know, if it wasn't about enslavement and deception, we would have never had slavery. So when you start getting to those gates and the gatekeepers say, allow this person access through, best believe you are at their mercy. And listen to the last name of the person who's in charge of all of the legalities, Spiro. We ain't done deep diving on him. I see y'all saying some of the names down in the chat, and y'all are absolutely correct on the names that y'all are saying. So when you start pissing those people off like Diddy did, oh, when it all falls down, ain't no celebrities, no A-list celebrities standing with Diddy. because they know what they stand to lose. And now you've got this guy over here at Rock Nation who's seeming to me to not just be a cleaner, but to also be like an enforcer, as one of the Henny legals said when we were talking. He's like an enforcer. He's the gatekeeper of your freedom and your legalities. You do something sideways and you go into court and that man got to come and represent you, he's going to screw you over, baby. So, we'll get into the next case. I want to say tomorrow. We're going to try to do this for the next 4 nights. If you are a Patreon member, we are going to continue at 10 p.m. I already changed the time, and I will see y'all over there. But y'all let me know what y'all think on the replay. Be sure to share this up or whatever. Thank you to everyone who stayed from the beginning to now or whenever you joined. I appreciate all of the love and support that I do receive. Shout out to the replay gang. Y'all run this up. Y'all share it up. Y'all tell a friend. Y'all tell a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. That Henny done went to the bar and she done did it again. I'm going to bid y'all adieu and tell y'all when y'all rest well. Remember that love is always love, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And if I go missing, y'all better start looking for me.